I'm back with another good story, but this is also a very, very story of the Troy Reed family. I definitely would like to send my condolences to the family and to the loved ones of the deceased. We definitely going to get into this. We have the basically this is part three. In my description, and the reason why I keep saying I repeat myself because I have a lot of elder people watching me. The elders are watching me, so I want to let them know that they can hear me. So if you see me repeat myself and emphasize certain things, I want to let them know what I'm talking about. So this is part three. Part one, I made an error in the name, so I did part two. And part two, I corrected my error in part one. So this is part three. This is the update of Trey Reed that was murdered 21 in Mississippi in the Delta campus. And I'm going to play a video. And I'm just going to let the family talk about this, how they covered this up and how they said that there was no broken bones. There was nothing that was going on with him, that he did it to himself. You know, we heard all of these behaviors and all of these things before. And this is a big shout out to Mississippi, right? You guys got to step up out there. You have to step up out there to protect the indigenous people of America, of this earth, this us in general. The men out there need to step up. We cannot have this no longer. We have to patrol each other. We have to take care of each other. Back to back, front to front, side to side, however it may be. Because these things cannot happen again. And we must not walk single. You must walk in groups. If one goes to the bathroom, I'm going. If he going to the store, I'm going to the store with my brother. I'm going with my sister. These are the things that's really, really important. That's need to be re-emphasized and revisit in our community. And I know there's a lot of major platforms that's on YouTube and just here on these major platforms that's talking about any other thing. This is a big distraction. And they doing it for thousands of views. They're not talking about any of this. None of this stuff is not affecting their platforms because this is a lonely road for everybody to be on. Everybody cannot embark on this road of loneliness and standing on business and standing on integrity and standing on loyalty and not standing on backdooring each other, you know? And this is an actual true fact. So I want to send my condolences out to the Reed family and our love out here in New York. If you're feeling the pain, we're feeling the pain too. This is why get the information out, like and share this information. So this is the second autopsy because they wasn't going to give the body up like that. They had to fight to get the body. The family had to fight to get the body. You know? They had to fight. And come on. Let's see what she's talking about.
My nails aren't done.
Play this video so it could see what the family member is talking about. This is sad. This is a sad day for us. This is a sad day. And we are tired of this. We are tired of this. Being murdered and killed, hung from trees and all this other stuff. You know? We tired of it. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. See, now it's giving me a problem, but we're not gonna let this go away. We're not gonna let this go away. Give me 1 second, okay? Give me 1 second. 1 second. This is sad, man. This is very, very sad, you know. For we all knew this. We seen this in the past. We seen this before. We seen this behavior before. We saw before. And when you see this, you got to stay alert. You got to stay alert. I don't want to hit him. I don't want to hit a Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna play it in a minute. Just give me a second, okay? I know you're patient. Yeah, this is it's sad. It's sad. It's sad, man. It's sad. But we're gonna explain this, okay? Just give me a second. Give me a second. It's buffing right now. So initially, right, saying that his body was found, right? And this is some days ago, the week ago, right? So initially they saying that he did this to himself, right? There's no broken bones, there's nothing right there. And the family wanted a second opinion, a second autopsy. And they was trying to block the family from having a second autopsy of Trey Reed, because they was trying to cover up, basically saying that he hung himself and he did it to himself. And there's no foul play here. But this is lies. Ain't no 21-year-old is going to break his own ribs and brute trauma to his head and then hang himself. You don't have time to do that. This is all lies. And okay, it's not giving me the video. It's giving me a hard time, but we're going to keep this going. So initially, right, he's a college student. You know, he's furthering his education, looking for that. And all of this stuff was going on. It was really, the indigenous people was being targeted. And they targeted him for whatever reason. They targeted him for whatever reason. And the reason was hate. Was hate. Hate and murder was breeding in these individuals' mind, body, and soul. Right? Beat him somewhere, kill him somewhere, and then come over there and basically, you know, tie his body up as a display and warning. Now, we want to send our condolences out to the deceased. To the deceased. And this been going on for years upon years. But we're not going to let this deter us. What we're going to do, we're going to band together. We're going to band together and we're going to figure out. We're not allowing this no more. We're not allowing this to be swept underneath the rug and see what's going on, that social media is oppressing and depressing everything that's going on. Now, there's a lot of Troy Reeds that's going on that we don't know because social media is not getting information out. The coverage is not getting out. They are secretly murdering and hanging people as we speak right now. That's why what they said. The revolution will not be televised. And it has not been televised. Do you understand what I'm saying? It has not been televised. And it's not going to be televised. Right? Because they don't want people to get panicked. They don't want people to group up. But we already know this already. So now that this is being a big pushback to destroy the indigenous people of this earth, we're not allowing this no more. We're not allowing this no more. We're going to speak up. We're going to speak out, and we're going to push back, and we're going to fight back. This is an actual true fact. And this is what we need to do. In the same token, bringing our awareness together, to bring our awareness together and with spirituality, in the belief of the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence. See, this begins with us and it's going to end with us. It begins because this is a spiritual war with this entity. And he's using everybody to further his strategy, to further his war up against, right, able descendants and up against the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence, because he actually wanted this position. He actually wanted this gifts. He actually wanted, right, the spirit that the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence, the Almighty have given us. He didn't give it to him. He did not give it to him. The only thing he gave him was free will. That's the only thing he gave him. He did not give him the spirit. Remember, the spirit is the creator and the creator is it, but with limitation. What with limitation? Do you understand what I'm saying? So we have to understand that from a spiritual point of view. From a spiritual point of view. So the second autopsy revealed that they killed this man. It's a homicide. They killed it. There's no cameras. There's no nothing. Because these backyards and these places don't have cameras. So when they want to do their dirty work, they do their dirty work. It's not like out here in New York and a lot of these major cities where there's cameras everywhere. These cameras are not there and placed there for good reason. You know why they placed there for good reason? They good reasons. So they can do murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted upon any and everybody. This is an actual true fact. So, your brothers down there in Mississippi, you got to stand up. You got to stand up. We will come. We will come. It's not like before back in the 50s and the 60s and 70s. We will show up and show out. We will be there. You're not alone. So, I want you to understand this from a spiritual point of view. Spirituality is here. And this big pushback is to scare you. It's a scare tactic. It's a scare tactic. And we want to send our condolences out. I don't care about the lawsuit. Is a body dead and gone? So we have to look at this closely, and band together. I am not your enemy. We are not each other's enemy. Do you understand that? They turned us out to be each other's enemy, but we are not. We are the same. We are brethren. And we have our own civilization over here in the West, in the West. If you want to call it foundation black America, which changed the black, put foundation indigenous descendants of America. Change that. Change it. Stop saying black. This is a big campaign because black is derogatory, is beneath us. Change it to the foundation, the indigenous descendants of America. Change the name. Change black. Change African American. Do you understand that? We are none of these titles. These titles are dumb, deaf, and blind. They beneath us. They beneath us. You understand? So to get this out. So Bias said, what about white? White, all right. White. The actual true fact of our white family. You and anybody else that's white is of Canaan descendants. Canaan is a melanin. He's melanin. Abel is melanin. Peace and blessings be upon him. They are melanin. Melanin. This entity, right, tricked his father, his mother, and Canaan. But he really went hard on Canaan because Canaan is young. If you really look at the youth today, the youth could be misguided and misinformed to do things that they were supposed to do. When you get older, then you start to realize the things that you were doing because you was young. You was a youngster. You see that it was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? So your mind could be easily indoctrinated and reformed and re-guided and misguided and misused. You understand? So you can easily do that. Easily. So being that Abel and Cain was young, this entity took Canaan up. He took him up. He was teaching him secret arts. He was teaching him about the earth. He was teaching him about this. He was teaching him about that. He was teaching him. So Canaan was learning from him. Remember, Canaan is dark skin. Right? Dark skin. Okay, cool. All right, so I don't have to go into that. What happened is that when Canaan killed Abel, right? And before that, he said, if you kill me, brother, you are going to become a lost one. You're not going to be able to be on the right path. See, this entity, he tricked Canaan. He didn't tell Canaan that he was going to get the base. He didn't tell Canaan that he's going to be a lost one. He didn't tell Canaan that basically he tricked him, that he got kicked out from up above, the everlasting existence. He got kicked out. He didn't tell him that. He befriended him, sweet talked him because he was young. He was young and ignorant. And the Creator warned everybody to not take this entity as a friend. He was secretly doing it, secretly teaching them. So out of jealousy and hatred, he killed his twin brother. He killed Abel, peace and blessing be upon him. And when he killed him, the Creator snatched his spirit. See, the spirit and soul is two different things. The spirit and soul is two different things. The soul has personality and it has emotions. The soul has personality and it has emotions. You understand? The birds, the bees, the trees, the plants have personality and emotion. And it has what? It has the ability to have emotion and what? Come on. Come on, y'all. Y'all been watching my videos. Get in my comments. Get in my comment. And personality. Have emotion and personality. You know, certain plants don't like to be next to certain plants. So they separate themselves and they even fight each other. Certain plants. You understand? So that's part of the soul. The soul, the animals got a soul. Fruits got a soul. Vegetables got a soul. The trees got a soul. The water got a soul. The plant, the earth got a soul. The sun got a soul. The stars got a soul. The moon got a soul. They got a soul. But everything do not have the spirit. The only one has the spirit, right, is the human being. The human being has the spirit. The spirit is no beginning, is no end, cannot be destroyed. It's a piece of his glory. It's a piece of his essence. I mean, it's a piece of his existence. He has no beginning and has no end. That spirit has no beginning and end. In spiritual sense, he duplicated it and gave it, I don't know how he did it, but he did it. And breath into mankind and told everything in creation to bow down to mankind, accept him. Everything bowed down, except this entity. That's an actual true fact. He said, no, he hates you. So when Canaan killed Abel, the Creator snatched that spirit out of him and snatched his melanin out of him. His whole body became white, snow white. All of the melanin became snow white. And everything in creation cursed him for killing Abel, for killing his brother. Everything in creation cursed him, except this entity, because the entity has free will. He's not a human being. This entity is his own they have their own civilization. They've been here way before mankind. So they know the things that we don't know. It is bad for you because you don't know. And you don't want to learn more. But it's doing it in a way to deceive you and backdoor you in the end. And what it did, it backdoored Canaan. It backdoored him. He didn't even know. It backdoored him. But Abel warned him and told him, do not do that. You're going to become a lost one. And he still killed Abel anyway. He still killed him. He killed him. Right? So being that he got stained, and the white people are really, really melanin people. They really are melanin. These are our cousins. Remember, Cain and Abel had kids. Cain and Abel had kids. So these are really our first cousins. The white people are really our first cousins. This is an actual fact. They have free will, emotions, and personality, but they don't have the spirit. The spirit is snatched from their very descendants. The melanin is snatched from them. The melanin. That's why everything in the nation is against them and pray up against them. This is an actual fact. I'm just telling the truth. But there's a portion of Cain descendants that's follow this entity. And there's a portion of Cain descendants that really believe in the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existed. They know the truth. They know what happened. They know what Canaan did to Abel. And they stand on loyalty. They stand on not backed on the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existing. And some of their teachings are the Quakers. Yes, the Quakers. I did a story about the Quakers. That's a portion of Canaan descendant that knows the truth. They know how to talk Hebrew. They talk Hebrew, the original. I ain't talking about the Jews. They talk Hebrew, right? They got the original Bible, right? And they talk Aramaic. They know the truth. They know what happened. They stand with us and do this big campaign of destroying Abel descendants, right? Of Abel descendants, right? Of destroying Abel descendants. They said no. The Quakers. And throughout history, when they lynched 10 of us, 5 of the white people of Canaan descendants that stand on the Alpha Omega will be hung with us. It's an actual true fact. And I want you to understand this. I want you to understand this. So what happened to Troy Reed and this second autopsy is horrible, man. It's horrible. It's horrible. So this is to bring knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to us to actually what happened. So this is the third part right here. This is part 3. You can go in my description. You can watch part 1, part 2. Part 1, part 2. Part 1, part 2 is in my description. And I recommend for you to do that. I recommend for you to do that. So you guys have an amazing, amazing Friday. Peace, y'all. Peace.